So hi everyone, welcome to Falcon Sprint 2 planning for ONOS. I've started a sprint in Jira already last Friday. It's going to be a 3-week sprint ending on February 12th. And as being a 3-week sprint, we should probably try to aim for somewhere no more than 180 points. And that's already giving it some extra slack, right? I see that most of the folks, at least from most epics, have already contributed their points in here. And if you were to look down, we see we have 217 points. So we're already in excess of what we're likely to achieve. So should we just to recap what everybody signed up for, since the planning work has already been sort of done, let's sweep through all of the different areas. Well, here I'm going to take liberty here to deprioritize some of these epics. They don't belong there. Okay. So on a platform, on a website, I don't think we normally count that. There's nothing there anyway. On a platform, looks like it's just continuing to clean up the palms and just general spring cleaning style type activities opportunistically. On a core side, as you probably recall from the TST meeting, I put one item on there, and that is to start implementing the driver-based fallback providers for most of the fixed, I think 5 or 6 fixed functions that we have in ONOS. And I'll probably be working with Andrea on that because he's going to be the first client for that for the Sienna devices.
And also probably Aaron for the Fujitsu devices.
Yeah.
The next two stories are related to the dynamic clustering mode contribution to load that we started. Okay. And there's one bug that we need to fix as well.
Okay. Great.
Going back to platform, did no one want to deal with the upstart dependency?
Upstart dependency?
Yeah. It's also important for.
Yeah, it's there since a long time.
It's also
just
started for development tools. It's possible to think about whether I want to volunteer to do that.
We don't even work on
nobody else
Ubuntu
wants to
15,
do
by
it.
the way.
So maybe I should do it.
So Jono started something.
Remember, John is largely eaten up by code, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's just opportunistic work on his part, and I don't feel very good signing up for that. So I mean, honestly, if you want to volunteer for it, or
Maybe I
something
should
along
do
those
that
lines.
because it's a blocker for me actually. So
Okay. Well, good.
Maybe I will do
So
that.
feel free to drag it in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's on the core. I think that's a pretty reasonable recap then, right?
Yeah.
On the northbound side, presently it's just continuing the work on the intent stuff and specifically on the resource related stuff from show, right? We don't have any of the resumption currently of the intent domain stuff. Do you want to put that on there, or because I know that this week is not gonna be spent.
I think we have in the backlog and pull it in the previous.
Okay, all right. On the southbound,
Yeah, I have a couple of stories there that are, I didn't size them, I think they're oversized, but they're in. So.
okay. And I also noticed, Carmelo, is it yours, the P4 provider?
Yes, I'm here. I should assign to myself what it seems to be a null task.
Okay.
So my idea here is to investigate what it means first to integrate Perform into ONOS, because we know this enhances the idea of programmability to SDN. So there's different way we can imagine this integration. And the idea is to come out with a list of potential tasks related to the different approaches, less high level, more technical.
Mm-hmm.
For example, what do we need if we want to, for example, auto-generate the driver code for a P4 program, right? retrieved API, and then maybe for the next sprint decide on which of these tasks.
Okay, so this is more of a investigative task time box.
Yes.
Makes
Yes.
sense.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. On the UI side?
So on the UI side, there's a number of embellishments that I want to do. For example, finding escape key to cancel and enter key to OK on the dialog. But the main task that I want to achieve this sprint is actually to produce a video that takes you through the UI from a user's point of view.
Great. And can sort of serve as an update of what was
That's
done
kind of
last.
where are we? Just the beginning, Falcon, end of
Yeah.
EMU is in the UI.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. All right. Nothing REST and CLI related. Looks like we've actually, for the most part, caught up in that in REST API. Nothing on security. Nothing on virtualization as planned. In Federation, I presume there is work happening in Giant, but it's not being tracked here. So we'll touch base
Yeah.
with Miguel and
the
Matteo.
federation, both on Giant and the other guys here in San Francisco. Francesco Chiaro.
Yes, okay. It might be, yeah, so we'll have to figure out how to track or sort of keep informed on what work's happening there.
Sure. As always, what we tell them is we suggest to put things here, right? But
Mhm.
if they want to do
Understood.
a contribution, we don't put this as a blocking item.
Absolutely, no, I agree.
So,
Okay. Okay, looks like nothing's been scheduled as on the protocol side of the southbound, nor built applications. Okay, on a test.
On the test, the few areas we want, let's see, the first 4 tasks actually, 4 stories are from last sprint left over.
Mhm.
So there could be 1 or 2 bunch of them really, left over. Then, that is also from last sprint. And the one that I highlighted at the moment, that one is that we're going to restructure the test infrastructure so we can separate different networks to give us flexibility to experiment different kind of failure scenarios. And once that's done, the next task is the functional test with Huawei and currently they create a bridge that caused the current test to fail and that should pass. After that, we kind of refactor the REST test for intent and create a few HA scenarios. Then we're gonna look into some Docker images for test harnesses.
Okay, cool. And point-wise, you guys are good. Yeah.
So we went through the planning this morning.
That's great. Okay, on the developer side, I presume that Bob, you're gonna drag some of the developer side tools, or is it gonna be, actually, that's a platform related to the connection?
Yeah, it's currently listed in platform. I can't
Okay,
seem to
that's
assign multiple epics on it, so I just left it in platform.
That's fine.
Yeah, so that's my blocker for the others.
Okay, great.
Although I added one more thing which I want us all to consider, although we may not be ready for it, and that's the process-based ONOS cluster question. So you may want to take a look.
Is that in developer tools or?
Under that's in developer tools. Oh yeah, yes. Sorry, we're not in developer tools yet.
No, we were on it.
Yeah, it's in developer tools, and just my thinking, which a lot of people.
Do you want to pump that up in priority then?
Well, I don't think anybody's ready to work on it yet, so I think it can be at whatever priority it is. But I'll adjust priority later. But I think it's just something to think about that we can have a more efficient development environment if we support a process-based
Sure.
ONOS cluster. There's just there's kind of critical mass of people finally understanding that that's really the best way in many cases for doing things like Mark knows that,
Sure.
I know that, Brian knows it.
So I think we'll hook some of that work.
So something to think about, but I don't think that there's anybody ready to work on it yet, but we want to think about it. I might actually take it on at some point, but probably not this spring.
Okay, thanks. So on, sorry, I skipped over deployments.
No,
I didn't
worries.
realize it.
Yeah, are basically just the the only thing confirmed are the two links between AM Light and Giant, and AM Light and Crionet. And then possibly, but it's not sure, so I didn't put it there, we will start to deploy in Taiwan.
Oh, wow.
Thanks
Okay.
to Charles.
Just a quick question. These are running a Drake or Emu?
What?
Are they running Drake or Emu?
It depends deployment by deployment.
It doesn't matter that they're running the same. I was just
Yeah,
curious.
not because we don't want it to update, but some people are still confident with the old and want to stay with the old one.
That's fine. It was just a question.
Yeah, most of the stories anyway for me is on the infrastructure. Well, it's coming on the infrastructure.
Do you want to do that while we're here?
Sure.
Subject.
Okay, I'm finishing to do a Pixie server, so we can fully automated install different operating system also from our laptop in few seconds, and I'm installing an Ubuntu mirror here locally, so we don't have to download Ubuntu every time.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the next step will be to do over the Pixie disk to run Ubuntu with diskless mode. And then VPN with Cavium is always there. I have the server room, which is not there. I will put it. And I will need to install the router both for Accord and I discovered today probably also for Accord.
Great. Thank you.
Sure, thank you.
So,
Why that was run sanity? What was that?
that's probably, I'm not sure whether that's in right Epic or not. That's in the backlog. We want to, as part of Falcon, start running sanity tests as part of Gary verification build.
No,
And we have to figure out whether that's actually, that may not be on app infrastructure. It's either developer tools or that. Yeah.
I was wondering just if it was one of my tasks or
No, it's not. On the community side, this one is assigned to me, but Brian and I are working on it, and very soon we'll pull in others into this outline for an ONOS paper. It's actually more than an outline this time. It's going to be we're actually aiming to produce the ONOS paper. Whether or not we'll make it for the submission this Friday, that's to be decided. But we want to make good progress along these lines. So I'll put it on here. Okay. On the documentation side, and we don't have anything else, David, right?
Yeah, I have found that I'm not using Jira for my
Okay.
community issues. I mean, maybe I should if that's easier
That's
to.
fine. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, on documentation side, and this is more Simon, right? This is part of the,
Which part is that? Oh, yeah.
that's part of the GUI essentially. All right, nothing SD and IP.
I don't think anything is really planned for this iteration.
IP optical.
Yeah, so we just kind of have a bunch of this stuff is just a continuation of the last sprint. So, I mean, the top first entry is pretty much almost about to be submitted as a patch. The others are basically just develop various drivers for different modems and hardware that we need, and trying to set up the test bed. We're working on the MEF apps, those kinds of things. So it's pretty much the same kind of thing. We're just keeping at it.
Okay.
Well, we're first to the northbound, but so we had hard time dividing the resource subsystem in order to realize the bandwidth tracking. So rather than adding new features to the resource subsystem, I would be really beneficial for us if you concentrate on the basic functionality to be there
Okay, on the resource.
on the resource workers.
And I guess the other more thing is to focus on seeing what kind of overall design we need, because depending on whether we want XOS, that's going to change our design decisions quite a bit. So that's one of our main goals, to try to figure out.
As I presume on the resource tracking you're working with shows over there. Great.
Sorry to interrupt. Would it be possible to post the participant link on Slack? It's not in the invite.
Oops, sorry about that. Yes, let's do that. It's easy. Should I put it on the journal?
Yeah.
Okay, quick question. This is just a stylistic stuff. When I was showing the Guru the board, the Jira board. You're saying what are these 4 blockers? They end up being the tasks that are the stories. Do you guys mind changing those to maybe critical, not blockers? Because they, for some reason, are given different status on our award board. It's
just critical.
just because there's it's just bump them down in severity, so they don't show up as something's terribly wrong. We should reserve those for blockers.
Are you sure?
What I was. You're presenting to everyone. Maybe I'm not.
We're not seeing anything.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I was sharing something. I just don't know what. Because clearly it wasn't desktop. Because we didn't see the familiar.
The NSA will be at your doorstep soon.
All right. Thank you. Sorry about that. It'll be in the recording, though, I think.
No, we were looking at the YouTube. It wasn't showing up there, so I doubt anything will be at the recording either. But we're seeing your screen now.
Oops. Okay. All right. Well, we're almost done. Okay. So nothing for segment routing, and I presume the external groups. Okay, so there's some stuff happening on OpenStack support. Oh, this is the SK team and Daniel and Sang Ho. And Yunsun, right? Yunsun, right? You're on here as well, right?
Yeah, we've done implementing skeleton of every features last sprint, and we are going to implement part of them into PNAC or Internet Access. And we also plan to implement into flow-based security features.
Okay. And point-wise, looks like you guys are just fine. Great. Okay, SFC and SFC extension. This is the Huawei teams. Looks like they're not using the planning through here at least.
That's me. You might be loading it.
Reloaded
3 against 5 points. So it's actually lesser than 5.
Huh?
Yeah, it doesn't show up. Okay. It's 3 points and not 5.
Okay.
It's actually defining a skeleton slash idea better sketched out for the Yang integration, because we tried a couple of things. We didn't actually plan the whole thing together. I want to do that and present probably in proposals under the wiki page. Do this, discuss about it more way than what we did, and if the idea that I present is more or less okay with everybody, I will start sketching out some classes and the basic skeleton stuff.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
You skipped that part.
Yes, I did. Yes, I actually skipped both PGPLS and then NetConf right here. Okay.
Just put the alarm provider is important for mostly the German guys and for some eCore projects too, and also the factor is for the unit tests that India is doing under my supervision. They asked how to mock up the session and how do a factory is. It's just
okay, perfect. All right. In the Yang service model, again, this is driven out of Huawei. Nothing on DirecTV and nothing in JAunt. So I think that's it. I already went. Oops. eCore subscriber portal is without an Epic
Yeah, that's me. That's related to B-Corp. I didn't know which one was the best place
Okay.
to set it.
Okay.
Not problem to leave it.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So overall, if you were to take a look, so I'm assuming here that everybody, as they took on tasks, pretty much a lot of things in here are assigned. There are some unassigned tasks, but for the most part, they're assigned. So I'm assuming that everyone went through the due diligence to make sure that the things they sign up for are doable and viable. I think it was Brian's or Ali's suggestion to make sure everything is assigned before we toss it into the sprint, just to make sure we don't accidentally sign up for work that nobody's gonna do.
Is there is this work also assigned to people inside ONOS?
That I don't know actually. I know there is some there are like in Escape, for example, in Korea.
Can we? My proposal, I know it's late, but it would be to not give them story points.
If it's assigned externally, so we can track it.
Well, one we can. It's separate in a way. Well, not separate. It's kind of in the same bag. It's on the same. So, but since we don't have a way of hitting them on the wrist when they're not delivering, or if they don't deliver, then they're also not scoped in a way. Their issues tracked, just not scoped in. And so then the number of story points decreases, and we only account for people for whom we have a stick we can hit them.
Okay.
I think that's fine. I mean, I don't like to hit people I don't really know.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we do the following? We'll try that next time. This time, since everything has story points already, and at least we've taken a step to make sure that pretty much everything in here. I think there's only like 3 or 4 things that are not assigned in the IP optical realm, right? Just 3 of them I see.
Okay.
So that's pretty good. That's already an improvement over that. So let's try that one first, and then we'll try the no story points approach next time. Is that right?
Sorry, Thomas, but just because I say it at every planning and it's funny. Why do we use story points if we overcommit 3 times every time, and we say every time that we should do 80 and we do 217, and no one cares about it?
Well, at least it's a valid question. But if you don't use story points, then we're really blind, right? So this way, at least we know how much we're overcommitting for, and it's at least some sort of a crude measure to help us get better. And we're trying to take incremental step towards getting better. It's a legitimate question, but there's many other things that we're doing that are not compliant with the best practices of Scrum.
Because it's not hard, right? We really know it and we continue to repeat it. Yeah, but so it's not something that takes time or effort to say delete part of the stories and make 80. So the sum there needs to be 80, right? Because
So we have to a degree we have tried that, right? Where we basically artificially constrained ourselves to a story. But the problem is that left a lot of the work, a lot of the people within the lab, especially like interns or somebody who's basically coming in with not necessarily with a clear agenda what they're going to be working on. With basically idle, or because they're not able to work on certain things that are not, because not all the tasks here are applicable. There are certain things or fully interchangeable that, for example, I can't work on certain things because I don't have the expertise, and conversely with others. So it's basically just a rough accounting mechanism. Go ahead, Ali.
I don't know. Do you guys remember when we were not using story points, we were using weeks and days?
No, I don't. Sorry.
We used to.
Yeah, we used to. Yeah.
And I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, Raph. I seem to remember that we were better at estimating in terms of like tangible time, as opposed to like some kind of like some notion that's kind of like weird, where we're like we try to tie it to time, but it's not very clear. So maybe if we go back to weeks and I don't know, it's a suggestion, I don't know.
The only thing is that everyone starts, maybe it was me, so it won't happen with you, but everyone started to go against me saying that we were tracking their time. And we were there to watch their time and to track them and report to people what they do.
But you say as a story, right? At least in the hours, you know this task is roughly about that hour. And
but then you overthink, and then you get sandbag, and then it's just
they don't have to overthink, right? But you cannot know people for estimating hours. It's longer.
So I think there's well documented, well established merits to using the agile process, and rather than trying to undo some of the things that we're already doing in the style of agile, but they appear not to work very well because we're not doing enough. I would prefer to start doing more in terms of agile than less. And so some of those things come from the tool that we're using. For example, I mean, it's much easier to do agile when we do it on a physical board.
Tracking story point. I think the hours should be more.
To me, the units are completely irrelevant. Really, it's irrelevant. It's what we signed up for.
Are we still online?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, but don't we kill the planning, and if somebody wants to talk about this process?
Sure. That's a good point. So let me summarize then. So overall, I think we have 68 issues. We have about 217, which is similar to what we planned last time. If I recall correctly, we planned, I think, like 226 points. So it's a similar ballpark. We'll see if we do better than 60-70% next time in terms of completion rate, right? So I'm gonna actually start the sprint right now and record the 68 and 217 so that we have them for for the sprint review. All right. Start is today. And end is here.
So Luca, don't go away.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
the sprint started, and let me end the broadcast here really quick. Okay, thanks everybody who's online. We're gonna be ending the Hangout session.
All right. Bye.